Welcome to Modern Femme-ily with your host and resident lesbian, Cassie. Join her and our resident LGBTQIA plus ally, Molly, as they talk to women of all walks of life to discuss everyday matters of a woman's world. Join these lovely beauties every Friday at 8 p.m. to talk about hot topics, sensitive topics, but most of all, the real topics.
Hello, caring, awesome humans. How are you? Welcome to Modern Femme-ily. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, good to see you again this week. Thank you for coming back to our shenanigans after a very heated episode last week. Don't mind me, my hair is super flat this evening. You know, it's Friday. It's Friday the 13th. I don't know about y'all, but Friday the 13th kind of freaked me out here and there. So, yeah. But anywho, while we wait on my DoorDash delivery to be delivered, it should be here, of course, anytime now. So, you know, it is what it is. It's real life. But anywho, my name is Cassie. I'm your resident lesbian and host for the evening. But yeah, so now I'm going to give you our warning that we have every single week. So if you are returning, you know now is your time to grab your favorite cocktail, mocktail, beverage of choice, a snack, a cozy blanket, whatever you'd like. Lock those kiddos in the bathroom, or my favorite, lock yourself in the bathroom, and join us for the next hour while we talk about who knows what. But some of our favorite letters are some of our favorite words. It's Friday the 13th. It's happening. But some of our favorite words are 4 short little letters. So there's your warning. So just make sure that we're out of little earshot. So, but anywho, I'm done screwing up my words and all of that fun stuff by myself for the evening because we know that our train leaves Dysfunction Junction every single week at 8 p.m. So I'm going to bring out my lovely co-host so we can board together and get on this crazy train. All right? So here comes my co-host. Here comes Molly.
Hello. I know. I literally was like, Cassie, get me on and I'll mess up the words for you. That's my job. That's what I do.
Right. Like, I don't know. This week has been so long, but so short.
It was another one of those weeks that was Friday was here and I'm like, oh, it's Friday. And then I was like, oh my gosh, thank God it's Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those weeks. Yeah, really weird week. But it is the weekend. As you said, it is Friday the 13th, which, fun fact, my mother was born on a Friday the 13th. Today's her birthday.
This one. This Friday the 13th. It's her mom's birthday.
It's my mom's birthday. Shout out to my mother. Yeah. So
Thank you for putting up with Molly's shenanigans and allowing her to live into adulthood so we can have her. We like that.
I know. I love my mother. I will have that cliche of she is legit my best friend.
Yeah.
I love my mother.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We just have such a good time. We laugh. Oh my gosh, we laugh so hard all the time to where like sometimes she's like, Molly, stop, you're gonna make my favorite pants. And then I like try very hard.
Right. Is that a challenge?
Right? Oh, yeah. So today's her birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday to your mom. I love your mom. And I hate that she lives completely on the other side of the country.
Across the country. Can we talk about how she left me here? I came legit came out for my parents. I'm like, honestly, I hear my dogs because they're like roaming around now, and I was like, no. But then I forgot what I was saying.
You came here for your parents.
Thank you. Legit for my parents. I would tell people that I like wanted to be like I wanted another life experience. No, I miss my mom. So I came back here and then Oh my gosh, my mom's calling. I'm going to get this.
Answer it.
Okay,
Answer it.
hold on. I'm going to put you on speaker. Hey, Mom. Hey, you're on speaker. Yeah, everything's okay. You're on speaker, and I'm actually doing my live vlogcast that I do on Friday nights.
Happy birthday!
Well, you did not wish me a happy birthday.
I was going to.
So you are no longer my favorite daughter.
Melissa. That's like our really good family friend. Oh my goodness, Mom.
Dad says you're going back to Morgan's sister.
Oh, them are fighting words.
Yeah, those are fighting
Your
words.
podcast is smoking.
Okay.
I don't think I heard that.
It doesn't matter. I didn't, because usually you're the first one that calls me.
I do. I am the first one that
So
calls you.
I hope nothing's wrong.
Nothing is wrong. I just had a really busy day, and but once I'm done with the show, I will call you. I promise.
Well, don't bother, because we're going out for the evening.
Ooh, nice.
Karaoke.
You're karaokeing. Nice.
Yeah, we're singing at the Elks Lodge.
You're singing at the Elks Lodge. Yes, that'll be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, Mom.
Honey, I'll let you.
Well, I love you a lot, and happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
And we'll talk to you later.
I'm 26 years old.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes. You were 26 years old.
Yes, I reversed the number.
Absolutely. You reversed the number. I mean, that's smart. I should start doing that.
It is smart. Yeah, I might be old and blonde, but I am smart.
Right.
I love your mom.
Alrighty.
Oh, Dad's 16, he says. Makes me an older woman. Oh, that sucks. All right, honey. We'll talk to you again.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
Bye. Oh my gosh. So that's my mother.
So we may not have had her like physically, visually on the show, but she's been on the show now, and it was her birthday.
It was her birthday. Yes. Oh my gosh. She's so funny. And they're legit going to the Elks Lodge, and they karaoke. And let me tell you what, my dad cannot sing. That man cannot sing, but he can speak in this really poetic kind of rhythmy way. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Cause it's this I don't know. He has a really gurgly man voice. I don't know, a rock voice, I guess, or a Vin Diesel, growly voice. Yeah. I don't know. So, but my mom
says, happy birthday, Molly's mom.
Yay.
Wait, you said your mom can sing?
Oh, yes. She was in our choir. She was in our church choir. She directed our church choir for a while. She sang in school and things like that. Yeah, the girl can sing. I did not
awesome.
get blessed with that. My sister did. I got blessed with my father's voice.
So you have a great speaking voice then. So it's great we have a podcast.
Right. There we go. Exactly.
Yeah.
And funny story, I was in church one time and I was singing my heart out and I was off key, and this really just kind of angry old lady turned around and was like, "You, honey, I just want to let you know that you can't sing." And I was like, "That's fine, because God gave me this voice, so he's going to hear it." And then I just belted out the hem.
Oh, yeah, no. And this is coming from I am a singer and performer, right?
Right.
Everybody can sing. That's a skill that you can hone and perfect and get better at. And there is that. Right. And unfortunately, that is a real thing. But you can work on that and correct it.
Well, see, my thing is, I don't know if this is actually a thing, but if I can sing with or hear somebody, I feel like I don't sound as bad because I kind of can match them. And it was the same with playing the trumpet. I had to hear somebody play it first.
Okay.
And then I could play it.
I mean,
I don't know.
I cannot play the trumpet. I played the clarinet. I played a mean recorder.
Ooh, oh my gosh, hot cross buns, man. Went
right?
to town. Yeah, I could do that. I played a recorder. My mom hated that time during school.
Right. Real quick. Hey, Reese, could you bring me a fork?
Right.
Chopsticks are great, but I can't eat rice with them.
Oh, well, it's sticky rice too. You like scoop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it, and then I'm gonna be mad because I dumped it on the floor.
Right.
But so yeah, I played clarinet. I played a mean recorder. I did actually play an alto recorder. I took a
Ooh.
music theory class, and we had a bass, an alto, a tenor, and then the regular recorder. I
Nice.
played violin. I can play some piano, but not a whole lot. I haven't played in a very long time.
Okay.
And I sing. And I
Okay.
danced for 12 years. So, and did theater.
I played the French horn, as well as the trumpet.
Okay.
I know Hey Jude on the harmonica.
Wow, that's impressive. I heard the harmonica is hard to play.
Yeah, I carried that thing with me all summer long. Like, there's a picture of me, like, way back when. We're literally at a Taco Bell, and I have a harmonica in my hand. Like, I had that thing with me and was, like, practicing. I don't think I can do it today. Because, again, that was, like, oh my God, like, 10 years ago.
Right, no, I
like,
I
earlier. Oh my God, like, 11 years ago.
So that's the thing. Like,
So
I
crazy.
realized, like, what, 10 years ago was 2012. Thank you.
Oh, right? Well,
Yeah.
we're watching movies that, like, the first one came out in, like, 2000, I think, or between 2001 and 2004. I can't remember. But so me here thinking, right, me and my age, I'm like, oh, that's not that bad. That's not that old. And then you watch it and you're like, oh, those effects are real bad.
Right?
Shoot,
You're like, when did
that
this
was
come out?
That was in the early 2000s. Like, I feel like that wasn't that long ago, but girl, that was 20 years ago.
I know, right? Like, I feel really old.
Same, Z's.
Yeah.
It's just hitting me, though. Like, because I feel like I'm 19.
Yes. No, me too.
Until I do something that tells me I'm not.
Right. Like, the meme that says, like, I can hang out with 20-year-olds until I hang out with, or 21-year-olds until I hang out with 21-year-olds. And I'm like, yeah, nope. Hi, that's me.
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I just don't recover. And then, like, Charlie and I, oh gosh, help us, joined a wiffle ball league.
You sure did, didn't you?
Yeah. And I went and we hit, like, once, went and, like, batted. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I was like, I haven't done this in a really long time.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing, like, sports and activities.
Yeah.
I did yard work and helped a friend put ACs in his house. And let's be real, Reese did most of the heavy lifting. I feel like I worked out for like 4 days. Like, my lower body is like, what the fuck did you do?
Right.
Yard
Were
work.
you lifting boulders?
Seriously. Like,
I know. I was doing a yard. Well, Charlie mowed the yard, like, last week, so that was really nice. And then I was, like, planting and then raking up leaves that I did not get in the fall.
I get that. Mm-hmm.
The snow melted, and I was like, hey, I don't have a gardener, but, like, the people who do the yard, because I rent or whatever, so I don't. Anyway, they're coming soon, so I'm gonna rake these leaves so they can mow it and take it away.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, so I did that and was, like, first off, I did it, like, on the first hot day, and I'm, like, sweating. It was so hot. I was like, but I has to be done because my yard looked.
Summer. Where the fuck did you come from?
Seriously, I was stepped outside today.
Yeah.
It's humid.
And it looked like it was gonna rain all day.
All day.
Here in central Pennsylvania. Like, it was gross.
Oh, well, no, I saw sunshine through my window.
So here it looked like it was gonna rain. I went out to take the dog out after work. Yeah. And it was gorgeous. Like, absolutely beautiful. And I actually did some training work with him outside to see if, because we can we're doing work inside and he's nailing it, right? Every
Good.
time.
Yeah, right.
Take him outside because there's distractions, there's smells, there's
Yep.
sounds, there's, everything. He did great. I only had to correct
Good.
him once.
That's really awesome. Well, I mean, that just goes to show, like, your hard work, your dedication, putting in the time, like, inside, absolutely is going to help when he goes outside because he has that base.
Right.
Of
Well, because let's be real. And Molly has one too. I have a pit bull and he is stubborn and bullheaded, but he is food motivated.
Right. Oh,
So,
yes, Stella.
I mean, I just had Chinese food delivered, so I get food motivation.
Yeah.
Hi, he takes after his human mom. Sorry.
Right.
But yeah, he did great. So
Sorry, I'm drinking my water.
yeah, Molly's being good. I'm eating sodium and stuff that's bad for me.
Well, I had like a lot of anxiety this week. Like a lot. And when that happens, like I totally forget to drink water. Like it's just like I do not eat or drink until like 5 or 6.
Right. Your body is like, excuse me.
Right. And then I'm like, and then of course, like I don't feel like water, so I get like a Sprite or something, or like a diet Sprite, because that's my favorite right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Molly and I were talking earlier. We get on kicks of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we got talking about Chinese food, and I was like, oh, I haven't Chinese food in a while.
Right.
Chinese food.
But let's talk about our kicks after you tell everybody where they can find us.
Oh, yeah. Look at you being productive and knowing what's going on. I just got food, and I was like, food.
Track-minded.
Right. Tunnel vision for the food.
Right.
So, anywho, you can check us out every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLFE-DB.com. You can also check us out on their Facebook, which is WLFE DB Radio. But they also have an LGBTQIA plus friends page because why? We fall under all of those beautiful umbrellas.
Yep.
But our social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all spelled the same way as up above, except for Instagram. There are no dashes between anything. It's all one squished together word. So, and I'm doing my very best to post more on Instagram. Not gonna lie, sometimes I forget. And then I'm like, oh, we have an Instagram.
I don't even partake in social media. In like, I don't have Facebook in the sense of like the app's not on my phone. So like I don't get on social media except for TikTok.
I mean,
and sometimes is Reddit social media? I'm not sure.
I think so. I think it's considered a form of social media.
I think so. Okay.
I had to take Reddit off
sometimes.
my phone.
You had to take it off your phone?
Oh because I would catch myself reading and reading and reading. And the next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. and I have to be up in 4 hours for work. Yeah. So I had to take it off my phone because I would just get sucked in. And it's horrible because even on TikTok, I do the same thing. But I get sucked onto like the creepy side of Reddit and the creepy side of TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, one, I scare the shit out of myself.
Right.
So then I can't sleep.
Yes.
But then I just get sucked into these wormholes and these stories and then the comments of the stories. And
yes. No, seriously, I read this story. I'm not going to, because it's like crazy, but yep, read it and then read the comments till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
But most importantly, what everybody needs to do.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we eat dinner together. We hang out. We talk about
dinner sometime. Or my dinner's out in my living room because I forgot it.
I mean, you can go get it if you want.
I'm actually okay. I think I'm going to say that.
Okay.
Because tonight, I can watch whatever I feel like on the TV without like thinking of like Charlie and mine too and like what he's going to like. Because he's at a friend's house watching I was going to say a ball game. But nope, it's a hockey game.
Right? And not that we don't love spending time with our other halves.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just nice to be able to watch what you want to watch on TV and not have to consider, is my other half going to enjoy this?
Right.
Or not?
Because listen, your girl likes a rom-com every now and then. I do.
I do. I'm going to throw this out there. I love Rebel Wilson. right? I think she is hilarious.
Right. Yes.
So fun. I mean, kudos to her for losing weight, but I love that she represented for, you know, the big girl, right?
Right.
But
Right.
she looks great regardless, right?
Absolutely.
Her new movie, I forget what it's called. Back to High School, maybe, or High School,
I'm
or
not sure.
something.
In any,
I don't remember.
I have this hair that is tickling me. Oh, I found it. I'm so sorry. It's been there the whole time, and I've been like trying to like.
I hate
it wasn't.
Usually mine's dog hair.
No, mine's attached, but it's just like a broken one. So it's like small and just like perfect. Just the end
Right.
hits you right there.
But her
new movie
just came out today on Netflix, and I really want to watch it.
Oh, well, I'll check it out because I do too. But mine is Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, I adore her as well.
Love her. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's so hilarious. And like Charlie's like not a fan, but like you know, and I'm like, how
could take or leave. Yeah.
How what? So like I will watch anything she is in, and Charlie's like, you really want to? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. I love her. And I will rewatch her stuff all the time because she's hilarious. And I can relate to her.
Yeah, no, I love her. And I love that her and her husband write together. And he always has like little cameos in the movies.
I know, that's so cool. Right?
Yeah. I love her and him.
Well, in Peers, they have a really cool relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it does.
You never know what's going on behind the scenes.
I know.
Not going to say or give anything a name, but you know, there's a crazy divorce case that's happening right now.
Yeah, like if you've been on any kind of social media, you may have seen it. It's insane.
So you never really know what's going on behind the scenes, but they appear to have a great relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both hilarious in their own rights, and I love her.
Oh my gosh.
Did you watch? Was it? I forget what it was called. Her and Sandra Bullock were in it.
Heat. Is it the Heat?
Yes, I wanted to call it The Fuzz, and I was like, that's not right.
No, right. I love that show. What? I love that movie and those because I think there's two. Actually, I think there's just one. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think there's just one. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if there isn't a second one, there should be.
Yeah, we're starting that petition right now.
Yeah.
It should happen.
So good. No, I don't think I think there was just one.
Yeah, I think there was just one.
I know. But I also like Bridesmaids. I thought that was so funny.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That movie I feel is so relatable, especially when she's trying on wedding gowns and she runs out in the street and she's like, it's happening. It's happening. I was like, I mean, I've never shit in the middle of the street in New York City in a wedding gown, but
okay, so there's this one time my sister and I, we were in PA and it was like starting to snow and we were like relatively new around here and we don't get this kind of snow in Oregon. So we're like, oh, let's go to the gym. Let's be like people and go to the gym. So we went to the gym and I was like, Morgan, it's like snowing though. Like, are we going to be able to make it back? Nope. Sure. Was not. So on the way
were not.
there, on the way, I should have known. On the way there, we're coming around a hill. Molly was like a little bit Daytona 500 in it. I went a little fast and we weren't going the way we were supposed to be going. And I looked over at my sister and I just go, this is happening.
Oh,
and
no.
we legit just like ran into an embankment. Luckily, again, we're in rural Pennsylvania, so people are around us that have tractors are out in the fields. Yes, and came and got us out. And then we made it to the gym, did our workouts, came back, and it was like 75 feet of snow.
Welcome to PA.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not gonna make it. We argued in the sense of which way to go because there was two ways you could get to our house. Morgan won, and I ended up having to push that stupid car up a hill because it wouldn't make it. And I'm pushing so she could get like to where she needed because she was almost to the top of the hill. And I'm having snow just like come at me from these tires. I'm in tennis shoes because I'm a dumbass and I didn't put boots on or anything. And I'm in like my shorts because we went to the work. Shorts isn't like short pants because we went to the gym. And oh my gosh, so I'm sweating because I sweat in a snowstorm, and then freezing because I'm sweating in a snowstorm. And Morgan finally gets it up and like around, and then she's gonna take it to the house, grab my dad's truck to come and get me because I still have to hoof it in 75 feet of snow to my house.
Yep.
And somebody like went up the hill and they didn't even stop. I'm like, I clearly look like a damsel in distress.
Well, they're probably thinking that dumbass got stuck. We're not stopping.
I know. So I'm just like hoofing it through this snow. And this is like heavy snow, peeps. Like it's not this light, fluffy stuff that you can see in the West or like in Colorado. It's like heavy, wet snow. And I'm in tennis shoes.
Oh. I have a story very similar to that. So my friend Dustin, he and I are the same as in we can wear flip-flops all year round.
Yes.
Right? I live in flip-flops. Where I grew up in Pennsylvania was about 20 minutes north of where I currently live in a valley in the mountains. I mean, I'm in the mountains here, but that's even more mountains than where I am currently. And my driveway was uphill, and you went up and it turned and then it flattened out just a little. It was still an incline, but it flattened out a little, and then it turned back and it came back to our house.
Oh my God.
So he thought he was, tough shit, and he could get my car at my driveway. Now, mind you, I have spun my car in that driveway completely around.
Yeah.
That driveway is not that wide. Like, it was a 1-car driveway.
Yeah.
And in a snowstorm, I spun it around and it slid into the ditch, thankfully, and not down over the hill on the other side of the driveway.
Yeah.
But he's like, I got this. And you hit the bottom of that driveway at like 40 miles an hour with a hope and a prayer.
Right.
Okay. You got a death grip on the steering wheel and you're praying.
Yeah.
So he gets up around the first turn. I'm like, okay, we're good. Gets it sucked into a ditch on the second turn. And he's like, get out and push. I'm like, I'm not getting out and push.
Oh
now, mind you, it was also like 3:00 in the morning. He had a drag show. We were coming home from that. I was like, the house is right there. Like, I'm just going to walk to the house.
Right.
Like, I'm not pushing the car. We'll get it in the morning. He's like, I'm in flip-flops. I was like, sucks to be you. I don't know what to tell you. Walk to the house in your flip-flops in snow. Like,
it's gonna suck, but you'll get there, I promise.
Right. I'm pretty sure I was in heels. Like,
you might not have a pinky toe when you get there, but hey, you made it.
Right. You can put them in warm water. You'll be all right. I'm pretty sure I was in heels.
Oh my God.
So I'm just like, okay, you're in flip-flops, and I'm probably, at that point, was probably in like 5-inch heels.
That's a note for Molly. Mm-mm.
So who's going to be screwed here? Me, like a deer on ice, or you in flippies? Trade me. Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess this could be just story time, because your deer on ice comment made me reminded me. Do you know where I'm going with this?
Were you in New York?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay. So me and a friend are helping a coworker out. He needed to go to his orthodontist appointment, and it was in New York, and he didn't have a ride, and he was going to take the bus, and it was going to be a lot of money. And I was like, well, I have this day off. So does she. Let's do a road trip. It'll be really fun. So we do this, right? And we're on our way back, driving on the interstate in New York. And I am going a little too fast, so note to everybody out there, don't speed. I see this herd of deer crossing the road in front of me, like really far away, but I can see it. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to slow down because they're not all the way across. So
there's a shit ton of them.
Yes. So I am driving down this highway, and kind of like almost at a complete stop, but like rolling still. And like on my left, nope, my right, Sorry, that's what dyslexia does. Yeah, I was on my right. There was like this like little baby deer, and he was like super cute, but it looked like Bambi on ice. And I literally was like making fun of him, and my window was like halfway down. And apparently his mom had some riff with that, because that bitch came back from where she had run on the left and came into my passenger side window and shattered it. Shattered it, right? I'm in the driver's seat, and it was like super like that slow motion. I'm seeing glass particles just like slowly go like across my face, and then it's like hitting me in the face, and it's cold. For some reason, I had, in that split second, I had thought that like the glass had cut the deer somehow and like hit the poo sack, because like I've had to skin deer before, and you hit the poo sack and it's gross. Because so I was like, oh my god, poo's on my face. It wasn't. It was just the glass.
Oh my god.
So I pulled over on the side of the highway, and unfortunately, I've done better at it, but I can go from 0 to 60 very quickly and be very mad. I was so mad. I had glass in my shoe, so I'm on the side of the highway. My two friends are out. The guy in the back, the kid, oh my god, I felt so bad. He had like cut his forehead, right? Everybody's okay, everybody's fine. He cut his forehead, and unfortunately, like, cuts on your face bleed really bad. So it's just
any head wounds, yeah.
Blood, right? And I have some bleeding, and my friend in the passenger side, she's completely fine. And for some reason, I don't know why, that like made me angry. Totally irrational. I get that. But it did. So I'm taking the glass out of my shoe. I'm like on my knees trying to like get it. And then I like realized the situation that I'm in, and I was like, why? And I'm like beating the shoe on the like side of the highway. Why did the deer have to do that? No, I have to tell my parents about this. Like, I'm like freaking out, and like the guy, my friend and the kid like came at like went to the back of the car, because they were like, we're just gonna let her have that moment. She just needs that right now. I'm
let her get it out.
So then I like composed myself, and I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. Let's go like to Walmart. So we go to Walmart. We have blood everywhere, and on the belt is saran wrap, duct tape, and tinfoil to fix my window.
That poor cashier was probably like, what the fuck is happening
happening? Yeah. Oh yeah, and Band-Aids and like things to clean up the cuts and stuff.
Right.
And she's like, I was like, a deer hit my window. I don't want to talk about it. I was on the freeway. It shouldn't have been there.
Right.
But again, you're in Pennsylvania.
Well, you were in New York at the time. But
That's
it's
true.
basically the same thing.
Yeah, so then I had to drive like 2.5 hours with a saran wrap window going. Yeah. And then stayed the night at my friend's house, because I was deathly like terrified to tell my parents, because at that time I was working a job that like paid like $9 an hour, which is like nothing, and like windows are really expensive. So I would have to be like, Dad, can I have like X amount of money so I can do this, and then I'll pay you back, please? I didn't want to do that, because then they'd be like, Molly, what were you doing? You did something wrong? No. I didn't want it.
Right. I didn't want to have that conversation. No. Well, I have a comment that I want to show, but I'm going to show it when we come. No, I'll show it now.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about our superstitions and our weird quirks when we come back. We have to go to commercial break. But you talking about the deer running into your window reminded me of something that happened to my wife. And she actually commented. She said, I was trucking down the highway with a couple of friends and had a turkey fly through her windshield.
Oh my gosh.
And now they have a turkey revenge dinner every year. Yeah, I've seen pictures. Like, our friend who was driving, God love her, I could not have done this. This turkey hit their windshield directly in front of her.
Oh, man.
And it came through the windshield, and it's just flailing around. There's blood and guts everywhere. Ooh. She stopped the car on the highway, pulled it over, opened the door, got out, threw up.
Oh, well, yeah.
I would have thrown up all over the inside of my car. Like, there would have been no pulling over. I'd have hit it, puked.
Projectile vomited. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, there's no way in hell. No.
Yeah.
No. We would have been in the median because I would have been like, ah!
No, it's so scary though when you hit something. Like, I'm really like proud of, like, because I was still moving.
Yeah.
And she, like, literally, this deer came out of nowhere and, like, glass just, and I was like, because there was like a car behind me too.
Yeah.
And they were like past me.
Yeah. No, I've hit so many deer in my life living in north central Pennsylvania.
A deer. Ran over a dead deer that was in the middle of the road. That was like right at the cusp of coming over a hill. So you didn't have enough time once you're like, oh, that's something in the middle of the road. And plus somebody was coming in the other opposite direction. So I just had to like put on the brakes and bear down and do the consequences. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've hit so many deer, had so many deer hit me. I've been hit by a bear. She ran directly into the side of my car. In the same scenario, I slowed down because I saw her, went over into like the oncoming lane because there was nothing coming. And she charged my car. And then I realized afterwards that she had 2 cubs with her. So I was like, she thought I was like putting them in danger. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I killed their mom.
Right.
No, she was fine. The little one hissed at me. I was like, you little bastard.
Okay.
She ran into me.
I just remembered something that I want to say after the break, but I want to make sure that I remember it. So I want you to remind me, dear Easter mornings.
Dear Easter mornings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. We're going to go to break, everybody, because it is 8:37. So we're going to go to commercial break really, really, really quickly. And we'll be back shortly with more crazy stories and superstitions.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Brie, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Try again, buddy. Try again. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah, good job. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now back to our program.
And we're
Hello.
back.
We're back. I put myself on mute because I was checking my email and I didn't want it to come back and me not realize what was going on and me be talking to somebody else. So I was like, I should probably take myself off the mute. All right. So anyway, welcome back, everybody. So Molly asked me to remind her of something after the break of deer and Easter.
Yeah.
You know what
so
that means,
talking about like superstitions, like we weren't like a very superstitious household.
Okay.
I mean, like we did traditions in the sense of like I always had to chew gum when I like rodeoed and stuff. I don't know if that was like an anxious thing or like, but then it became like like I had to have my gum.
Right.
There were certain like songs we would play before to like kind of get pumped up. And it was only like a set 4 that we would listen to. So I don't know if like, but the deer and so we would go Easter morning, we'd go to sunrise service. So that means butt crack of dawn. It's super early. And we lived like 30 minutes away from the church. So we had to get up
earlier.
Super early.
Right.
Every other year we hit a deer on Easter morning. Every other year. You could count on it. I'm not even kidding. Like one year it hit legit the front of the car. One year it like tried to, I don't know if it was the same one, but I felt like it was because it kept doing it. One year it was like in the ditch and my dad saw it and was like driving slowly to like, yo dear, don't. It just like jumped and hit the side of the car. And then one time it came off the embankment and hit the back of the car. Like it was every other year.
Deer are beautiful creatures. Yes. They are so stupid.
Well, I mean, I was eating my hair. I mean, they're not like concrete animals, right? So this is like foreign, like, what is this? And then like a car comes by and they're like, what? That's not supposed to be here.
They say that their hooves on pavement or asphalt is equivalent to us on ice. So
would that make sense? Yeah, because Bambi was on ice. That
she was not having a good time.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Yeah, we were talking about, superstitions, what we were what our episode was gonna be about. We got stuck on story time. But so superstition, so Friday the 13th is not such a good day in my house, and I mean one in particular, but in general, Friday the 13th, my mom or myself, depending on who's awake this morning, I text her first because I was up at the ass crack of dawn for some reason.
Right.
I text her and I said, hey, drive safe today. I love you. And usually she'll, text and say, drive safe today. I love you. I work from home, so now it's a walk safe from, my bedroom to my office.
Right. Don't trip or stub your toe.
Right, exactly. But like that's become very, very prevalent any Friday the 13th. Right. And I don't so much think it's a superstition more than like we had something very tragic happen on a Friday the 13th.
Right.
So it's just kind of like our tradition of how we handle the Friday the 13th. I always try to make it the best day possible. Like at work, like I'll send gifts of like, a cartoon Michael Myers or a cartoon Jason. Like, and I said to one of my coworkers today, I'm going to go play with my Friday the 13th kitty. She's all black except for one white toe on the back, one white toe on the opposite front paw. Like,
that's so cool.
She's such a little weirdo. And she's been screaming all day long. I'm like, I get it. It's your day. Okay.
Whenever like I have a weird week and there's a Friday the 13th, I'm like, oh, it's probably because there's a Friday the 13th. That's why.
Yeah, or full moon. It's inevitable.
There's got to be something to that though, because every time there's a full moon, I feel like it just brings out everything.
All the weirdos. Yep, they are out in full force. Yeah, especially
it's
if
like
you
a county fair. Like brings out everybody.
Like, especially if you work in like retail. Now, we don't work in face-to-face retail, but we do work in a form of retail. And I can tell if it's a full moon because our employees are off the wall and our customers are even worse.
Right.
Like, it's like, what is happening? Why? Oh, it's a full moon today.
Right.
That makes perfect sense.
There's gotta be some. Well, I mean, there's like gravity pull. I mean, it controls the waves. The moon does. There's got to be pressure or something, and then it just like builds up in people's heads, and they're like, I'm gonna do crazy stuff today.
Right? I'm gonna let my crazy show. We don't need that, thank you.
Not today.
Take that back to your home. We'll
Right.
pass. Thank you very much.
Next.
But with like superstitions, like, you know, they say like don't walk under a ladder. If you see a black cat cross in front of you one direction, it means one thing, and the other direction something else. Like, if I see a black cat cross in front of me, I'm trying to catch the damn thing and bring it home. Like,
I think of it's a glitch in the Matrix. Yes. That's what I think of.
I mean, yeah. Well, Molly and I were talking about deja vu a few days ago. Like,
yeah, it's so weird. I hate that feeling where you're like,
yeah.
I've seen this before. I've been here before. Like, was it a dream? Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's I kind of put all of those things in a category because it's that same eerie feeling. Like,
right.
You know, what other superstitions are there? Anybody watching, do you have any of your superstitions like that you do, or weird quirks? Like, what do you guys do?
Had a friend, and it was super annoying. Because we would have like weekend rodeos or competitions, and we would stay the whole entire weekend. And if he did well in his first event on Friday, he would not change his socks. And then we would have like a team meeting, because yes, it was school function. We'd have to have a team meeting, and he would take his shoes off. I'm like, bruh, no, you can't do that.
I'm gonna need you to put them back on, thanks.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't, you gotta, I'm like, I can't let you. No. He's like, you have to just let me do it. This is my thing. I wear them. Otherwise I won't do good in all my other events. This is gross. Yeah. And then of course he'd like come at you with his foot, trying to like, and you're like, don't. Because he's like one of those like people that would like, once he found out something, he would like terrorize you with it.
Right, he would antagonize you with it. You're like, I will tie you. We're at a rodeo. Like, there are lassos and rope galore.
Right.
I will tie your ass up. Don't.
Also, Cassie, snub, it's not lassos. I mean, it is like in my world, we don't call them lassos. They're just ropes.
Oh, all right. Well, there are ropes, and I'm gonna tie your ass up with it.
You can, but there are different kinds. There are breakaway ropes. There are calf tying ropes. There are team rope and ropes. So there's a head and rope, and there's also a heel and rope, and they're all different.
Molly and her sister tried to teach me how to do all of that. Well, not all of it. Good God. Some of it on like a practice. I don't know what it's called.
On a dummy is what it's called. Yep.
Okay. I was going to call it a dummy, but I was like, that's probably not what it's called.
No, you would have been right.
Yay! But they tried to teach me how to do it. And like after an hour, I was like, my arms are numb and I'm hot and I don't want to do this anymore. And I wasn't standing in the yard. Like, I wasn't even on a horse.
Right. Listen, that's why my arms were always jacked. And I think that's why I have such broad shoulders, because especially with women, so when you, to properly swing a rope, right, your elbow has to come up above your head, right? When women go through puberty, our shoulders kind of come in like this, so we can like cradle, right? And it kind of messes up your swing to be competitive.
Okay.
Unless you hand us a rope at like 4 years old, and we, so I can actually like pop my shoulder in and out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can see that when you did that.
This one I can't because it sunk in, but because I can get my elbow, because you want your elbow up. So yeah, isn't that weird?
Well, because I remember like Morgan like putting me in the position of how to do it, and I was like, my arm doesn't go that way, like, right. And then I you did it though a few times. I did do it finally, but I caught myself a few times, and I was like, I got a sucker. Like, did I do it right? And they're like, no. I was like,
I know, but I was like, my arms were jacked. Well, because like my dad was he was our coach, and he was very serious.
Right.
So even before we were able to get on a horse and do it, we had to be able to rope the bale or the dummy and catch 100 times in a row before we could get on a horse.
I probably threw that damn rope 100 times and did it once.
Right. And to get to 100 times in a row, there's a lot of practice involved.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then like, if you don't wear it, because you want to wear a glove too, because if you don't wear a glove, you get like rope burn right on your wrist. Oh my gosh. Well, when you do it that often, your glove doesn't do anything. So I would come back and have like rope burns. And oh my God, there's this one time in junior high, my teacher was like, "Oh, Molly, oh my gosh." I was like, no, it's not, that's not mine. I'm not doing it to myself. I promise I'm roping. Like,
right. I'm not trying to unalive myself. I promise. Like, I roped.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. I mean, people don't really, what's funny is a lot of people here don't know that side of me because I don't do it here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember we were at Molly's house and we went out in the backyard and I was like, "What is that?" And she was telling me and her sister was like, "Hold on." She went in and got their rope and I was like, "What do you want me to do with that?"
That was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was like June or July. I was like, I'm hot. I don't want to do this anymore.
I know.
It's like, that was fun, but I'm done.
Right? I know.
It was a lot of fun though. And it was a great workout. I'm telling you. Like, I couldn't imagine being on a horse and trying to do like your core strength, your legs, your upper body. Like, it was a whole body workout.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Yep.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
I was telling Molly earlier, one of my weird quirks that I have is when we leave the house, and my wife is constantly like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" When we leave the house, our front door, it shuts and we always lock it when we leave. Right. But like, I'll be sitting at home working and I'll hear the wind pick up and the door will come open because if it's not locked, it with the humidity and the different weather in Pennsylvania, it doesn't seal, like it doesn't latch the way it should. So it'll just swing open. So one of my biggest quirks that I have, and worries, maybe, I don't know what you want to label it, is I will get out of the car from going to leave to go make sure I shut and lock the door because I'm so beside myself until I go and check it again to make sure that it is locked.
Well, it's like making sure the oven is off or your curling iron or my hair straightener.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or my coffee pot.
Yeah, Molly didn't turn her coffee pot off the other day.
All day yesterday. I left it on all day. And there's just a little bit of coffee in there. And then I guess Charlie turned it off. And then that night turned off that night. And he's like, you forgot to turn the coffee pot off. And I think we're going to need a new one. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I investigated this morning and it's not that bad. So I just soaked it. And
that's good.
Coffee. But still.
Yeah, but it's that type of thing. Like, did I turn my straightener off? Did I turn my curling iron off? Did I unplug, whatever? That's my biggest quirk. And I think because I've lived through several house fires as a child. So like that's, and I think everybody has a rational fear of that, right? And Molly and I were talking again earlier. I said my biggest fear with that is we keep our dog in a kennel when we are not home because he has an autoimmune disease. So this could happen to any pet, but he sometimes can't swallow properly. It gets stuck in his esophagus. Right. So if he were to get into anything, not that he does on a regular basis, but it would be my luck that he would get into something while we were not home and he would choke on it. That would not be fun.
Well, and because I always go to like the worst thing possible in my head.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like I am a doomsday person, and unfortunately, like not by nature, like I'm not prepping for it. I'm just going to the worst possible case scenario.
Well, in my mind, I'm prepping for a doomsday. My actions might not show it, but I'm ready. But yeah, no, same Z's. I'm always like, something's horrific is going to happen if I don't do X, Y, and Z and go and check and make sure this is right.
Yeah. And well,
Or
like
whatever.
if we go somewhere, I can't relax and like if I didn't check it.
Or until I know the thing that I'm obsessing with or over is not on or whatever. Like, yes.
Yeah, is non-existent. Then I'm okay. Then I'm like, okay, I went and checked and I looked. And I've even tried. So someone told me once, like when it comes to like turning off a hair tool, say a certain word when you do it. So, you know, say something random like banana or pineapple or, you know, something like that.
She's off.
Right. So when you turn it off, you mentally remember that word. Tried that, doesn't work for me at all. No.
I just like have ADHD, so it's squirrel moment. So I will be in the middle of doing something, and then legit, if you interrupt me, I'm not going to remember to go back and finish the task that or whatever said thing or turn off whatever said thing because now I'm on to the next thing.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Nope. I've moved on.
Yeah.
But we were talking about fires. Like we keep Rex in a kennel when we're not here.
Yeah.
And I think that's like why I'm so anal about stuff being turned off or unplugged if it's not supposed to be plugged in. And because the cats have a fighting chance. They're not in a kennel. Rex does it. And I'm like, I would never be able to live with that kind of guilt. Like, you know, I wouldn't be able to tolerate it. Not that we've ever even had smoke in our house. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just
apartment fire.
Yeah, Molly's apartment did have a fire.
Did. The downstairs did.
Yeah.
My downstairs neighbor, their bathroom caught on fire. That was scary because all of a sudden there's just like smoke. And then I'm like, get the dogs! Like, and then I'm trying to get the dogs. And then I was like, I gotta grab these important papers.
Right? Grab the safe. Yeah.
And then I forgot. So then I just stuck it in my pocket. I don't know why, because where was I live in the middle of town. Where was I gonna like secretly put a bra on? And I had a sweatshirt on. So like, and it's the nighttime, Molly. You'll be fine. And there's a fire. People are like distracted with other things.
Right. They're not looking at you.
Self-conscious.
Oh no, I'd have been the same way though. I'd have been like stuffing it in my purse or something. Like,
I know, but like, come on. What are you gonna do? Change it. I mean, I guess I could have changed in the car, but that was a lot of effort.
Right. I wasn't thinking that far ahead.
Yeah.
I grabbed it. You're lucky I grabbed it.
Seriously.
Well, everybody, it is 8:58.
I know.
We have story timed our episode tonight, and I loved every second of it. I love hearing Molly's stories, especially when animals break her window and then she beats the hell out of the road with her shoes.
I know. But listen, girl, this is what it looks like to work on your anger issues.
I mean, we all have issues to work on.
Long way.
That's all that matters. You're going in the right direction.
That's what I'm saying.
So there's so much bad and negative shit in the world that we always try to end our show on something positive, upbeat, something we're proud of, happy about, anything like that. So last week I went first. I want to give Molly the opportunity to go first if she would like. If not, I can go first.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a weird week, but it gave me a chance to do a lot of self-reflecting, which I think everybody needs that because it allows you to grow. And I'm just glad that I was given that opportunity and able to self-reflect and come out of it in a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you said, it was
continue to grow. So that's really exciting too.
Yeah. It was a very strange week, and you and I have had many, many conversations about it. And I'm glad that you were able to self-reflect and come out on the positive for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
Last week I mentioned that my older brother celebrated 10 months of sobriety.
Yes.
Tomorrow, he is coming to help my wife and I put rotors and brakes on her car. And he informed me today that his lady and my adorable little nephew are coming with them. So
that's so exciting.
Yeah. So tomorrow we are, hopefully it doesn't rain all day because we do have things to do outside.
Right.
But I am so excited. I have not seen my nephew in probably a year.
I was gonna say, how long has it been? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen my brother in that long either. Like the
Right.
last time I saw my nephew was the last time I saw my brother. So, and I have not seen his lady in probably longer than that. Because the last time he and my nephew came down, it was just the two of them. So I am so excited to see him
That's so
in
awesome.
this milestone moment of his
Right.
life.
Yeah.
And to see the other half and my adorable little red-headed ginger nephew. I cannot wait to see him.
It's so cool.
He is a goofy little shithead. He takes after his dad.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see them all.
Awesome.
And yeah, so I'm excited about that. So.
Good.
But yeah, so anyway, people, that is our show this week. I said last week that we actually had an up-and-coming makeup artist on today, but she had to reschedule, so Alicia is going to be on next Friday.
Yeah,
so
and
she's done my eyebrows. Molly, has she done yours as well?
She has, and I want to. She's done my makeup as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had her come over to do my sister because it was her birthday. That's right.
Okay.
So it was my sister's birthday. So I had her come over, do mine, and and listen, girl, we look amazeballs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally going to come on here kind of face naked. I'm going to have like foundation and that's it.
Yeah.
And be like, teach me your ways, please.
Seriously. Her skills are so, like, yes, I need to learn.
She is incredible. And I'm going to put all of her information up on our social media so everybody can follow her and see her incredible videos. And she's hilarious. Her TikToks, some of the videos she does with her brother, I can't.
Well, I'm excited just to have her like be in this kind of atmosphere talking and stuff because her laugh is so contagious.
Yeah. Yep. It's going to be a great episode. So make sure if you are watching, share and make sure you bring your questions because she is so knowledgeable. She's super young, but
she is. Yeah.
Girl knows her shit. So
when it comes to makeup. Yes.
Yeah. Like I cannot wait for her to teach us her Jedi ways and show us her magic tricks that she's allowed to show. But anyway, everybody, so make sure you check us out next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will see you then. Bye. Bye.